Wow. Thank you. Hi. Welcome to Teach Talks. My name is TJ. And this is my friend.
Oh, my name is perpetual guest star Nate Cooper.
We are super cringy.
What does that mean?
It means like it's just so embarrassing that it's hard to watch.
That's not us.
That's us.
We're easy to watch, right?
You don't know.
Don't tell us, please.
don't leave mean comments.
Yeah, don't do the comments.
We're sensitive.
Um.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
today we're gonna be talking about I don't know what. Nate has all the topics.
Yeah, I do. I do have all the topics. Are we just gonna go straight into those and
yeah, sure.
No introductions?
Just go
You
right.
know nothing about us.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But you should trust what we have to say and
That
be
is
interested.
True.
You know why? Because you're beautiful.
There is a disclaimer. We do not know everything that we are talking about.
Or anything. We really don't know anything.
I guess that's true. That could be our first topic. Skepticism as as a way of life, as a way of science. Because that is the only way of science, is being completely skeptical of everything. Okay.
I was in my philosophy class, right? And
I don't know.
True. Well, we were talking about how there's no way to be certain about anything in the observable universe.
Right.
Anything.
Right, that is true.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I have lived by that philosophy basically for the past 2 years. So I really don't like it when professors, start talking about like what really is true, especially in psychology. Psychology is one of the newest studies on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like the study of the mind, which is actually the study of the soul, if you translate it correctly, is one of the things we know least about.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about behavior and even neuroscience,
mm-hmm.
like even chemicals within the brain.
Yeah.
We've got no idea what we're talking about.
Well, we have some idea.
We have some idea what we're talking about.
There's definitely some measurability.
Right. There is
It's. I don't think it's a matter of.
There is a small amount of empirical data that can be truly.
I don't think we're really like wrong per se, but I think it's like we're just so in our infancy.
Right.
That we just don't know much.
Yeah.
I guess. Is that what you were saying all along?
Basically, yes. But I didn't do it well. Thank you, TJ, for doing my brain work for me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
So you might have noticed by now, this beard is not mine.
What?
Yeah, I got it from a dead guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Want to tell that story?
Actually, no, I don't. I just got this for my birthday, so...
It's not his birthday.
It's not my birthday. TJ is correct. It is not my birthday. My birthday is in exactly a month from today. So today is February 12th.
Wow.
So figure that out.
Really?
Yeah, it's March 15th. That was a joke. It's March 12th.
You got me.
No, I did. I get you.
I was really confused for a second. I was like, wait, what?
I got you too, camera.
He probably did.
You jokester. Camera didn't laugh though. Cameras never laugh. That's the hard thing about videoing.
Yeah.
Is like I'm an actor, right? I have done many stage plays. So the thing about the stage is like you're usually performing in front of an audience. And usually, if you're good enough, the audience will laugh at what you are saying that is supposed to be funny. They will react to you. So, like, it's a very cyclical energy. Like, you're just like...
Or at least give you sympathy laughs.
Right.
If you're
That's
not
the
funny.
thing. It's like, they are on your side. They want to love you. They want to be there to be entertained.
Definitely.
And so, they will give back the energy that you give them. And it's just like cyclical, and it's like, you're my team, we're all teammates, we all love each other.
Yeah.
When you're in like film and just any camera work, the camera's just like dead. Like,
I honestly like the camera more.
Yeah?
Because I'm not an actor, and I'm really not an out there person at all. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very introverted normally.
Yeah.
So like having to perform in front of actual people really terrifies me.
Mm-hmm.
But like cameras, like I stream sometimes and things, and it really doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah. See, I love to be the center of attention.
That's why we'll make such a good podcast team.
Yeah, we're
Two
such
very
a good
different
team.
ways of life.
Yeah.
But two very similar
We're
opinions.
such good friends, TJ.
We are such good
Hold
friends.
me.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Do I get a bop bop? All right. So the first actual topic.
Yeah.
On the topic thing.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Because we kind of
Unless they're just
we
dead
kind of
already.
foresaw this.
Yeah.
This dead space in between, like not talking.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
right.
We didn't want this awkward silence
Right.
right here.
Okay, so I've had this idea in my head for a while, and I thought about it at some point in time in the past, and
Yeah.
I can't remember the context of it, but I do have the idea perpetually in my mind, so here it goes. This is the idea that humanity thwarts its own evolution. If you are, this is not like... Do we get it up? All right. Technical difficulties. So, humanity thwarting its own evolution. Are we gonna edit this part out? TJ,
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay. Jeez.
We can.
All right. No, we're good. We can work with this. Just like put up a dog. Just running in the fields. It's like a puppy running in the fields while this dialogue is going on, just so we don't have to like look at us and our cringiness. All right. So, humanity thwarting its own evolution. So evolution is a thing. May or may not be a thing. So this is this idea is based basically upon that evolution is a thing.
Yeah.
So humanity, for a long time, has evolved, right?
Mhm.
For millions of years, however long. So eventually it got to the point, humans obviously got to a point where they started creating, manufacturing
Yeah.
things, inventing stuff that made evolution unnecessary, right? So instead
Right.
of taking millions of years to not be killed by the flu, I guess we discovered flu shots. I don't know. So that kind of thing, like where like cannons and warfare just became big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've just like, we have invented so many things that requires humans not to evolve, right? So this might become a predicament, right? Because we just keep inventing these things that allow us not to evolve, and we keep getting better and better at it, and we stop evolving physically, like we're not getting much stronger, right? Because no, you don't need to be stronger to survive. You can be smarter.
Well, do you think that's a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing. It's just a question of
Just a thing.
yeah. Will we actually stop evolving, because evolution is by natural process, right? Like Darwinistic.
I don't think that we will. I think we'll adapt to our technology
Mm-hmm.
and continue to evolve, just in a different way than previous. So like we have genes. A big reason why obesity is such a problem is because that you think about how helpful it was to have genetic programming to put on weight quickly and to have a big appetite, because to hunter and gatherer type societies that was really important where food was scarce. So like to be able to eat a lot, to have a lot of energy. Now we don't need that, but our bodies haven't caught up to our society. So I think that our adaptation will reflect our society more
Right.
than the society of, our ancestors, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then we've got to think about, what are we doing for the obese people? What are we doing for the people who don't? Now, none of this is like a judgment on what is right or not right. Like, that is not what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
But, like, what we're doing for obese people and people who have large appetites and very low metabolism, which used to be pretty good. Like, if you have a fast metabolism, you basically die quicker.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
You use up energy faster. So if the future of society lies in a fast metabolism and looking your best and having strength and basically being not obese, but for the obese people, we are making it we're making it able to be obese. We are making people.
Well, I mean that.
We're not enabling them.
It'll become unnecessary and then it'll die. The gene will become so recessive that it won't be very prevalent, and that'll take thousands and thousands of years.
Right.
Because you think we've only had this technology for like 200 years max, you know, and before that it was probably more beneficial to have all of the, you know, aforementioned genes, at least to some degree. Because like before, like huge commercial farms and agribusiness, that kind of thing. Before all that, you just had sustenance farming, just, you know, farming for your family and things.
Right.
And I suppose that still could lead to that sort of, but there was so much work with it that it was still beneficial to have the big appetite, to have the energy to work, to farm. So I think it's been probably 200 years maximum, I would say, that we haven't really needed that exactly.
Right.
And, you know, evolution takes thousands of years.
Right.
Not just 200.
But the other thing is, like, natural selection requires, essentially, as far as we know, natural selection requires people to die. So, like, the people with obesity, with a high appetite, if they don't die, they continue to procreate.
I get what you mean.
And so society continues to exist with all of these genes.
I see what you mean. So the genes won't die out.
Right.
I see what you mean.
So that is
interesting.
That is question.
But in a world where we're so able to accommodate all types of different people, it doesn't really matter.
Right. It's not necessary. It's just like the question is like, will humans continue to adapt? Because you do make a good point.
That's an interesting point.
That maybe the lack of requirement, despite not dying out. The very fact that obesity is not required, it will become a less common thing. That might happen. We don't know.
That's interesting.
We don't always know precisely how natural selection works. In fact, we never will unless we have a time machine. That brings up another point, just kind of off topic, but not really off topic. If you ever are able to go back and prove origination with your own eyes with a time machine, don't do it, because you might screw everything up.
Isn't that just like the paradox of time traveling?
Yeah. Well, like butterfly effect. Like
don't do anything because you'll probably mess everything up.
Basically, yes.
There was something from Doctor Who, and it was some paradox. I don't remember what it was called.
Dang good.
Do you remember that when he was describing Beethoven, right? So you have a time traveler, basically, for those of you who are unfamiliar, and he's a huge fan of Beethoven, right? So he goes back in time to meet his hero Beethoven. He brings his sheet music to have it signed by the original, obviously. So he goes and he looks for Beethoven, and Beethoven's nowhere to be found. And, well, it'd be a huge tragedy if Beethoven's music was never published. So the time traveler publishes it in Beethoven's name. So does Beethoven exist, or did the time traveler have to come back to make Beethoven exist? It was something to that effect, and it was really weird.
Yeah, it was a really weird question. I found it,
It was interesting.
Personally not as, intriguing.
Well, they brought it back together at the end of the episode.
Right.
Which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, they brought it together,
Just
but
whoa.
I wasn't completely intrigued by it because, like, that's just a situation that I could never imagine happening.
Well, yeah, time travel.
Just because, like, time travel is not a thing. Like, Doctor Who, in and of itself, is
a great show.
It is a great show, but it is outlandish. Like,
it is outlandish.
Time travel.
It's fiction. I mean.
Right. It is fiction, and it's really cool fiction.
Very cool fiction.
but just the idea that there is a theoretical, within a theoretical,
yeah.
I don't know, something about that just makes me like, let's save that for later when that other theoretical
Does that make it real?
becomes possible.
Like squaring a negative number makes it a positive number?
I don't know.
I'm just joking.
I don't know. All right, so
what do I look like, a doctor? All right.
Okay, so
Let's move on. Unless you want to say something else.
No, that is question of the day.
Ah, fuck that.
Question of that one that.
Leave a comment.
15 minutes. Yeah, leave a comment.
It's been 15
Comment on the things. Do the typey things.
Let us know what you think about how cringy Nate's beard is.
I don't know. I like it. It hides my identity. None of you know what I look like.
Except you said your name at the beginning.
That's true.
He's Canadian. You'll never be able to spell it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's French.
Figure
Figure that out.
It has like accent marks and twirly things that don't mean anything.
And 3 E's at the end.
Small
A-U-X. What? Somehow Cooper spells A-U-X.
Do?
Alright, so,
that's not how you say eggs.
That's...
Eggs.
X. X. X, right?
Let me see.
That's an X.
You don't pronounce X. Ooh. E-A-X. Or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. It's
it was a joke.
I know. Move on.
TJ, you killed the joke. People were gonna laugh at that.
Sorry.
They probably weren't gonna laugh at it. Thank you for making my joke.
I'll leave.
TJ. No, TJ. No, TJ.
That wasn't good.
Hold me.
Standing up is a lot of work.
Alright. Okay, so the next topic on our topic list, and we will definitely not get through all these topics because
That's fine.
There are way too many.
Part 2!
Part 2! Part 5s!
Part 633.
Part many.
We're gonna have one of these every day.
Okay, so,
Probably not. Don't get your hopes up.
I had a dream.
That
last
all
night.
The little black boys.
No,
and all
we're not going to do this.
Sorry.
No.
I have a dream.
It's too soon.
I do a terrible Mark.
Too soon, TJ.
It's been like 40 years, 50 years.
Still too
I
soon.
always forget that it's like the 2010s.
Still too soon. You know, the Holocaust was also like 50 years ago.
That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
It was
to think
more than
about.
50 years ago.
It feels so like it was like
70
years ago. But it was like it's so weird to think how we think of like how disconnected they are with like morality and things.
Yeah.
But it was just like 70 years ago. Like people lived through that and they're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy to think about.
I took a modern Europe class,
that sounds
and
interesting.
I read a book. It's called Sarah's Key. It was a very good book.
Huh.
But it basically described the Holocaust from a person who had never, we learn about the Holocaust
That's like
as
terrible.
a historical event.
Yeah.
But this person, she had experienced it as
real.
as reality.
Wow.
And I've never, oddly enough, I've never thought about that. Like, I had never thought about the fact that I know the Holocaust was terrible. And that was like, Holocaust is a bad thing. Right?
Holocaust.
Would you
Holocaust.
stop doing that?
It's like the first time I've done it.
But, like, you keep making fun of me while I'm on a roll.
I love you. I'm sorry. Continue.
It's okay, TJ. So, the Holocaust was a bad thing, right?
Yes.
And we know it as a terrible event that happened. But the people who like, were part of the Holocaust, like, who were killed there, it started out as something just weird.
Yeah.
Like, it started out as we're getting rounded up. Is that a thing? We're getting rounded up?
Well, it started like, kind of like moving certain groups into certain neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And then it sort of like fenced off those neighborhoods. And like, it just became gradually
Mm-hmm.
worse and worse until it wasn't just like one day there were concentration camps.
Right.
And that's weird to think about.
Yeah.
It's
weird to think about how weird that would be. It's just like, what's happening
as
now?
a person from like a free country like that, it's so hard for me to even imagine how people would let that happen to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say without living it.
Yeah.
It's hard to like judge people like that.
Oh yeah.
But it's you think that I guess the people who did think about it left.
Yeah, I guess that's true, and they were like.
I guess the people who were actually really concerned at the
Yeah.
beginning left,
Yeah.
while they could, and that makes sense. I guess people thought it would blow over. Maybe like Japanese internment.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Japanese, it's a bad thing, but they weren't treated awfully. They weren't they were in internment camps, which weren't exactly concentration camps.
Right.
You know, they didn't like not feed people and make them work for hours and hours and hours and not give them clothes and make them live harsh winters.
Right.
You know, they were okay. I mean, it's still not okay to round up whole groups of people and, you know, segregate them. But I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. I kind of lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I started talking about a dream that I had last night, and then we got into the Holocaust somehow. My dream has nothing to do with the Holocaust.
Disclaimer: Holocaust is bad. Japanese internment also bad.
Right. And experiencing the Holocaust without the history of the Holocaust would have been weird. Yeah. That's basically the point.
Continue
so think about that.
with your dream.
Leave comments. Those things.
Or just keep it to yourself.
So my dream.
But I'd be interested to hear.
TJ.
Sorry. Continue.
My dream
That'd be good.
was experienced from first person. Right?
Yeah.
I should probably explain a little bit of the context about the dream before I say that.
Please
But
do.
all of this was experienced in first person, so I had no idea what was going on. So I am a person. I am running through a school. Currently, I know that the world is dying. For some odd reason, the world is gonna just die. Like, humans are gonna die. I don't know how, but everybody knows.
Yeah.
The Earth's
It's one of those
about
dream intuition things.
Earth's about to kick the bucket.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm
Nothing
running.
happened. Sorry. Continue, please.
I'm running through this school hallway.
Yeah.
Two girls run up behind. Holy cow! Behind me, and I don't know them.
Yeah.
I have no idea who they are, but they're college age women. So I guess you could call this like a really feminist story. They have come up with a theory that they can use the explosion of the sun to propel Earth to a different galaxy. And somehow that will fix the Earth's dying problem, right? So this is a genius idea, right? Obviously, because it's a dream, and who cares?
Sure.
So this plan kind of goes into motion. I don't know how they explode the sun. I don't know how they think up any of this, but all I know is that this thing is going to happen, and I was kind of a part of the process. But we didn't ever like go to NASA. It was just like, hey, we've got this theory, we're going to do it, and then it happens.
Right.
But before it happens, before they put the project into action, I am told by this other guy, who I have not yet met, that I need to get all of my most prized possessions, like the most important stuff to me, put it in a box, like a cardboard box, any box, and give it to someone I know. This is not a part of the plot at all, actually. This never comes up again. So I do that.
Thanks.
Yeah,
For clarifying that.
I want to explain as much of the
Important
dream
plot
as I
device.
can, because when you explain a dream, when you start if you write down or explain a dream after
Right.
you've dreamed it, you remember it much better, and
Yeah.
that becomes a good thing or something.
Because it was important to remember.
Right, it is. So I do that, and then the project, the thing commences. The sun, we explode the sun.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
I am in my house at this point, and I'm super freaked out, like in real life. But,
As one would be.
right. So I'm with one of the girls who was part of the project, and we're just sitting down in this room. It has a fireplace. Don't know why I remember that. But we're just sitting down in this room, like super freaked out. Like we have no idea what's gonna happen, right?
Right.
The planet is about to travel at light speed. For some reason, I knew that it was at light speed, and therefore time stops. Right, according to Einstein's theory of relativity. I think this is how that works.
I don't think that's right at all.
Shut up, TJ. It's a dream. Don't kill my dreams.
Sorry. Continue.
Literally, don't kill my dreams. So we start traveling at light speed. Time stops. This thing keeps going in my face, my mouth. Okay.
It's a beard.
That is true.
It goes on your face.
Time stops.
Right. Time stops.
And we're flying through the universe.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure.
No, I said sure. Like, yeah. Like, I'm following.
Okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Are you sure? Is that really what happened, Nate? You lying to me, bro?
I don't know. Please, DJ. So we're flying through the universe, right?
Right.
And so we eventually stop, and I'm thrown across the room, and I'm reeling, and I'm just in a bad way, right? I'm injured to heck, and so I get up, and I start crawling to the door. It's like a glass door. It slides open, so I slide over the glass door, and I look up into the sky, and it's all foggy, and I can't see anything. Everything is just fog.
Right.
And then I wake up.
That's it? Did it work?
I was alive, so I guess so.
That's some strong glass.
I mean...
And a glass door to survive
the
sun
atmosphere
exploding?
was moving with the Earth.
But still. That's some good glass. It's like a Gorilla Glass door.
I guess. I mean, I don't know how that works.
It's a dream. Doesn't matter.
It's a dream. It's not even theoretical. It's not even hypothetical. You can't even prove that at any point in time.
I don't think that's what those words mean.
It is.
And on that note, we're going to call it an episode.
Yeah.
Nate, thank you for joining me today.
That is a single episode. Yeah,
I hope someone enjoyed it.
Anytime.
You know, we'll enjoy it probably.
Yeah, I will definitely watch this. Probably cringe.
Probably.
But you know what?
Probably. I think it got better towards the end.
You know what? Some people really enjoy cringing.
Oh yeah, there's whole sections.
Yeah,
of
it's
internet.
a subset of society.
I've seen so many. Just it's
like
so funny. But
the underground BDSM thing. Only it's not BDSM. It's what is
cringe.
that called? Masochism for watching videos.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like putting yourself through pain watching cringy videos.
I don't think that's a thing though. I really
masochism.
No, masochism for wanting to cringe during the video.
I don't know. I mean, people like cringe. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one, hopefully.